start off with the inside of the pack because I want to get my seat pad. Work our way out. Alright, most important thing. We have our Gossamer Gear 1/8 inch foam. Perfect for letting the knees rest. Oh boy. Yeah, it feels a lot better. Alright. Let's continue on our way through this. Alright, it's winter time, we got snow. Brought a pair of head glove liners. Have our Arc'teryx hooded half zip. It's a little fleece with some puffy aspects to it. This is really just more of an emergency sort of gear. Along the lines of emergency gear, we have our rain pants. So this is the Arc'teryx, I believe. Yep, Arc'teryx. Put all the information in the Lighterpack link down below. Again, we're out here in the winter, in the snow. Things can happen. You never know what's going to go on. So having a pair of waterproof pants could really save your life out here. Extra pair of socks. That's important for cold, wet feet. And our last piece of excess gear, we have our Arc'teryx rain jacket, little windbreaker. So it does have some waterproofing abilities to it. It's not perfectly waterproof. It's more of a windbreaker than a rain jacket, but it's super lightweight, adds a layer in there. Alright, what do we got? We have our MSR E-bivy. I'm not going to roll it all the way out, but essentially it's a bivy that you can lay yourself in. Bivvy's kind of like just a little mummy tent for you. Covers just your body. But that way, in case I need to pull an all-nighter out here, I've got some rain and wind protection from it. Alright, what else we got in here? Nearing the end of our inside, we have our Near Zero tarp. This is technically a tarp or tent footprint. So one person. It's basically just big enough for one person to lay out with a little bit of room on either side. And so this, underneath my bivy, adds a little bit more protection from the snow. Again, I've got the Gossamer Gear pad, so that's only going to add even more insulation out here. Insulation is the name of the game in the winter. And yep, that is it for the inside of the pack. Alright, the pack itself is the Lighterpack's Joey. It is, I believe, 24 liters. It's got the running vest style pockets in the front, so a ton of good storage in the front as well. It's my first time out with this pack and I'm loving it. Absolutely amazing pack. One thing that the Lighterpack have is this pocket down below, so you can store even more stuff down there, which actually reminds me, got one more piece of gear. Got a lightweight beanie in case. It's got kind of a fleece innard, but kind of a waterproofing technology on the outside. So again, just an emergency piece of gear there. And that's nice because I can just grab that super easy from the side or the bottom there. Alright, now you'll see our side pockets, traditional with backpacks here. We have lunch for the day. So other day I made some beef stew and some mashed potatoes. Went ahead and dehydrated some of that. I've got 3 little fruit leathers. These are like a Costco style thing. Pure organic, delicious, absolutely great. Like 60 calories, so not super high on calories, but good sugar. And then for the salt, I've got myself a Trader Joe's olive pack. So those are my favorite, honestly. I love olives out here. Salt is the must-have while you're out here in the backcountry. Work our way to the other side, and then we'll do the front there. Alright, what do we got on this side? This is more of our emergency gear. So got an extra trekking pole basket. In the winter, deep snow, last thing you want to do is not have a big basket on there. So one more of those weighs almost nothing. A couple of ski straps. These can be used for a lot of stuff, for repair, holding stuff together. It's really universal. So again, very lightweight, but good, handy in case gear. Bandana. I mean, this thing can do 99 to 100 purposes. Like, these are super small, lightweight. Always good to have at least one of those. We have extra GoPro battery. So I'm filming this on a GoPro Hero 11. So having one extra battery is good. So I'm not carrying a big power bank really for just a day trip, basically. All right. We have our long handle titanium spork. Spork's okay. I think a spoon would probably be a little bit better. Don't really need the fork action, but it's good to have. And I did bring fuel as well as an additional bandana because I was going to be cooking some lunch. So it's not always super needed, but here in Tahoe in the basin, fires are not permitted year round. Outside the basin, there's a certain season, which I think we're still technically in it for, I don't know, 5 more days or so, but it's good to have fuel so you can actually whip up some food or boil some water if needed. So I'll leave that out so I can get my lunch going here shortly. All right, working our way to the front of the pack here. We've got my trekking poles that I've been stashing in there just for when I'm not really needing them. These are Mountain Profile, Costco brand. Got these with a pair of snowshoes. Snowshoes are good, but they're a little heavy, so use the poles more than the snowshoes. Got here a couple of microspike crampons. So brought these thinking it was going to be good for the trail. It's got kind of a little spike on the end there, very similar to the Hill Sound trail crampons. Unfortunately, I didn't try these before heading out, and on my trail runners they were just far too big, so they were falling off within a couple steps. So those were a bust for today. Well, that's all right. Snowshoes worked out just fine. We have our emergency bag. So keeping kind of a bug out situation is always good. Keep myself a fire bellow, extra sandwich freezer Ziploc bag so you can boil stuff in there. Got some hand salve in case your skin's cracking. You could use that for chapstick. I keep a mini Bic lighter, of course. What else do we got in there? We got a little first aid kit. It's got Advil, Tums, Benadryl, a couple of Band-Aids, and I wrapped some Leuko tape around that baggie. I've got a small piece of aluminum foil, just a little square that I folded down. Again, foil can be used for so many different things, so that's super universal. A couple dollar bills, never know when you might need $1 here and there. And then I got 2 bags of tea. So the tea is really good because when you're boiling water, I mean, the water is safe once you boil it, but is it going to taste good? It's kind of hard to tell. So tea is actually going to allow you to drink the water and enjoy it. I mean, water is super important out here. So yeah, I mean, that's, haven't weighed it, half an ounce maybe. It weighs nothing. So that's a really important gear that goes with me everywhere I go. Oh, and last thing is water tabs, so water purification tabs in there. So really important. It was just the strap for my snowshoes, just keeping that in there, that way they can stay together. Got part of my lunch today, some tuna. Just gonna do a little tuna with mayonnaise, and that's it for the front pocket there. So it's got some good space in it. All right, moving along. So you'll see on the front here, we've got the ice axe. Just got it strapped there. I've got the head cover on it. This is a Tringo Raptor. I like this guy because it's got the good handle. So I don't really do ice climbing, but I mean, when you're self-arresting, you still want to make sure you get a really good grip on it. So we've got that guy there. Hopefully we'll get some practice in with him today. All right, move our way to the front of the pack. All right, so you'll notice 2 smaller pockets down there. I got some applesauces in little pouches. Inside of this pocket here, I've got kind of my kind of a quick first aid or emergency gear again, but just good stuff to have. So got yourself a whistle, super lightweight sharp knife. This is new for me, the Govee thermometer. So this is something I've been hearing about. It kind of tracks your temperature and humidity out here, so figured it's fun, you know, got some stats while I'm at it. Ferro rod, I mean, this is fire whenever you need it, so that's really good thing to have. And then my light source is the Aurora A1, so got all those guys just kind of hanging out. And then tucked down below is my stove. So this is the Lycamp stove. It looks kind of like the BRS, but a bit more expensive, and it seems to be quite a bit more reliable. So I'm gonna whip up some food real fast here, and then this side I got my water bottle. So I use single wall stainless steel. You'll notice I don't have a cooking pot. The reason is this guy with the lid taken off can essentially boil some water. Now you don't want to do it with the lid on. It does vacuum seal it with the lid, and so you're gonna cause some issues. But yeah, take the lid off, boil it over some water. Again, foil can be used as a makeshift lid if you need to. But this really can boil water, can make dinner. You can melt water in it if you got snow. Put some water or some snow in there, hike with it, and it's going to melt with your body heat. Or emergency, late night, you can boil some water in here, keep it nice and hot because it's going to come through the metal, and then sleep with that in your sleeping bag. So it's just a little heat source for you. So super important. All right. Last but not least, we have our fanny pack. So in here, main pocket, got the mayonnaise. It's very important. Must have mayonnaise. Other than that, I keep my GoPro in here, so it's on a tiny little tripod, quick access for it. In the front, I've got my AirPods Pro case. Never know if you need to have a spare AirPod. 5,000 milliamp battery bank. So this is basically an iPhone cord plugged into it. It does have USB-C for other cords if you need, but I like how it has the cord built in. This thing weighs, I think it's 3 ounces, something like that. It weighs almost nothing, and with the cord built in, that's even less weight you have to worry about. So been a huge fan of those. So yeah, that's my gear for the day. Other than that, what I'm wearing, I mean, let's go ahead and stand up for this. Okay, so today I'm wearing, got my Tub snowshoes on. It's the Flex RDG, rigid, I think, no, rigid would be RGD. I'm confused, Ridgeline, I don't know. With those, I got the Solomon Speed Cross trail runners. So these are great. They've got stand up a little closer. They've got kind of a built-in gaiter system, so that's super nice. I mean, it's not perfect, you'll get stuff in there still, but it adds a lot of support. Socks, I got the Injinji's crew socks. Got the mid-length on those. And then just a 32-degree pair of liners here with some Arc'teryx runners. These are just a little bit thicker, basically. Got my iPhone 12 in my pocket, as well as a pair of super lightweight Outdoor Research liners. These are the ones that I've been wearing more today, but haven't needed too many gloves today, so it's been pretty mellow. Got my sun hoodie, just a regular Amazon one, I'm not sure the brand honestly. Got my K-Deem sunglasses, very, very important in the winter. Gotta have some sunglasses. The San Francisco Running Company trail running hat, one of my favorites. And finally, just our buff, very standard. So with all this, I mean, we can pull 14-15 miles out here easy. If we need to, we could pull a nighter. It wouldn't be comfortable, but we can do it. So that's my gear. I'll put all the weights in the Lighterpack link, like I said, and we'll see kind of what the overall base weight is. Thanks, guys.